All right, guys, check out this brand new used 1953 F7B we just got, courtesy of Crazy Grandpa Sam's Used Equipment Emporium. I mean, dang, this thing is barely out of warranty, and we got it just for a little bit north of $14,000. I think it was like $14,800 or something like that. So this is going to be a huge upgrade for our railroad. And not only that, but we also got a brand new used 50-foot boxcar to haul parts for our refurbishing of equipment and things like that we're going to do. So I think the Used Equipment Emporium is going to be a game changer for us. At least I really hope so. We're getting stuff basically at half price. We are a short line, and that's going to make a huge difference for us. So we've got these two pieces of equipment, and our plan, or at least my plan, is to take these things to Dillsboro. They're down at Silva. Dillsboro is the closest shop we have. So I think we're going to be doing repairs at Dillsboro. And really, I feel like we're just going to do the bare minimum to get these things in service as fast as we can. I don't even know if I'm going to repair them to 100% just yet. The F7B does not need a repair, or an overhaul, I should say. It just needs to be repaired. The boxcar absolutely needs to be overhauled, so we will eventually get to that at some point. But the first thing we got to do is gather all this up. Man, that red looks sharp, right? Like, I love the red on that F7B. I am so stoked to get this thing in service. Like, it's going to be amazing. So yeah, we got to do a little blocking first before we take this stuff up to Dillsboro. This is the 510 train, of course, and basically the way I block my railroad on the 510 northbound train is I block Silva first, Silva first, Dillsboro, which actually both go to Dillsboro. I just separate them out, and then I'll do Whittier and Bryson. Whittier will include Wilmot. I put the Wilmot cars in Whittier because they're switched on the southbound trip. They're just picked up in Whittier and taken south. Bryson, I also add the Ayla cars, which is switched on the southbound trip, also on the 511 train. So you guys have been watching this know what I'm talking about as far as like how we work the railroad and that sort of thing. All right, so we're going to double this bad boy together really fast and then take it north. I did forget to add that Crazy Grandpa Sam did not sell us any fuel in the F7B. It is completely empty, so that's something else we got to do as well too. But that's okay because we're going to stick it in the roundhouse, get her fixed up, probably go ahead and repaint it. I haven't decided yet. I don't know if we're going to repaint it right away or if we're just going to run it in the red, because red does look really nice. And maybe say we'll repaint it during overhaul or something like that. I'm not 100% sure on that, but we got to get this guy together, let him run up to Dillsboro, do a little bit of sorting in Dillsboro yard, and then we should be able to deliver our new equipment. I am stoked. What a super nice consist. I absolutely love it. F7A, GP9, F7A, and an F7B on the bottom. This is exactly what I've been looking for in this game, right? Is doing, I like the steam, but really doing the first generation early diesel setup with a really like broad mixture of locomotives, like having some crazy lash ups, right? Like having some GP or some F units and some SD7s or whatever, you know, you can get. We're not going to get into the later model EMDs. I know people ask about that all the time, at least not right away. We're going to try to run this early first generation as long as we can with a little steam. We're slowly but surely phasing out the steam, but it's taken a while. So we're rolling around up here into Dillsboro Yard on the north end. And we've got a few set outs to make. We've done some switching with the Dillsboro yard job. And I think we've got a little bit of a cut to set out here. And then we've got to set out the B unit as well as our parts car too. Our parts car we're going to repair, and I think we're definitely going to paint it. I'm thinking about painting it green, because the smooth side boxcar 50 foot kind of makes me think of the Detroit, Toledo, and Ironton's I think they had some 50-foot smooth side auto parts box cars way back in the day that were like a deep green looking color. I could be completely mistaken, but there you go. We're already pulling the pin on this thing because Spur does not have time. We've got to make this cut and get these new locomotives set out. So it looks like we're just going to set the whole cut out. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're going to set the whole cut out on top of the Silva cars that are already in the yard there. So pretty sizable cut. Plus we got some northbound stuff that we got to take out of here as well too. Yeah, we've got a, yeah, it looks like we've got a few cuts that we got to take north because these wood racks all go to Bryson and Whittier to serve the paper mill. All right, looks like we've got our cut together. We're going to shove all the way in the track. Should fit just fine. It shouldn't be a problem. Even if we run through a switch, it's not a big deal in game, even though it would be cool. I have to admit, if you had to do switch maintenance because you ran through it, you know, it would make you a little bit more aware of this kind of stuff if it did happen. But man, I do dig the red. I really kind of feel like we might have to stick with the red for at least a little bit. We will renumber it. We'll probably renumber it. I think the F units are in the 300 series right now. I kind of went off the old Coastline rosters, so we may do like a 302B or something like that. I haven't quite decided yet. We've got our cut set out, and we're going to cut off, get our 510 together, get him out of here, and then take the Dillsboro switcher and actually deliver our baby to the shop so we can immediately start our repairs. All right, we've jumped on that Dillsboro yard job, and we've grabbed our, we've dug our F7 out in the auto parts box car, and we're going to be setting this thing over, at least the F7, the F unit is going to be going in the roundhouse middle bay there, so we can start our repairs, and we're going to stick the auto parts car, or I keep calling it auto part, the parts car, over on one of the repair tracks off to the side there. We're going to start putting some stuff over there as time goes by. Locomotives that we're trying to figure out what we want to do with them, like scrap them or sell them or whatever the case may be, do our running repairs over there. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting. Like I said, I think with the used equipment emporium and Appalachia, we can't forget Appalachia. We haven't really got into it that much here lately, but Appalachia's we'll get into that probably in another video as far as what we're going to be doing with that, but it'll definitely help. But I really feel like between the used equipment emporium and Robinson Coal, which is a huge moneymaker for us, I think we're going to be able to start making a lot of forward progress on the railroad. Make our cut here. Let's tie this guy down, and we're going to AI this parts car over to the other side. Yeah, we're going to put him on a repair track, and we should be good to go. And then when you see, we got a ton of stuff to work here. This is going to be a really sizable local leaving out of Dillsboro. We're not going to go into that. You guys have seen this plenty of times, right? We really, like, ideally, I want to add another locomotive to our Dillsboro yard job, because that is like one of the heaviest tonnage locals that we have in game right now. So we definitely need something to add to this guy. Yeah, here we go, getting our parts car spotted up. This guy is in the 10,000 series. Like I said, he did need an overhaul on that car too, but we're going to skip it. No one has time for overhauls. We do have time for a little repair. I don't even think we're going to repair it all the way up, but we'll get it just in running service and then send that bad boy back to Silva, load it up with some parts and bring it back. Because we do have parts in the roundhouse. I didn't realize that until later, but we did have parts, but we got to get things rolling because we're getting stuff going at Appalachia, and we need some company, some cars in company service to haul this stuff around. It's very important. All right, there you go. There's our brand new used auto parts, or parts car, not auto parts, parts car. It has been repainted. We've got it in the beautiful deep green with yellow lettering. This is kind of a nod to the DT&I back in the day. I kind of honestly thought about silver too, maybe for company service. I don't know. I like colors that kind of differentiate a car to let me know that it is in company service, but I'm not 100% certain on that as far as like what we want to do. But either way, this thing is ready to go. We're sending it out of here. We're not going to do anything else with it. We did bring another locomotive down here. We got it in the repair track because I think what we're going to do is take that thing and repair it to 100% and then sell it. I think we get like $4,700 for it or something like that. So not too bad. We've got 2 of them we're going to get rid of. We're talking about the 10-wheelers, the moguls. Those are out of here. No one has time for that junk. We're getting it out of here. Honestly, I kind of thought about scrapping it, but the sale value is way more than the scrap value, but we do need the parts. Like, we do need parts, but we're going to take care of that. Like I said, the next video, we're going to be talking about Appalachia and how we're going to get our parts and stuff. I do want us to take one quick peek at Grandpa Sam's used equipment emporium. This is really cool because we got some SD7s up here ready to go. We got an F7A and a U30B. I almost pulled the trigger on that thing. I didn't. I kind of wish I had of now. The cool thing about the used equipment emporium is that you're really limited on what you can buy just by what's available, which means you just can't buy whatever you want. You're purely at the mercy of what's on the market at the time. And this is a really cool like listing of locomotives here, especially with U30B, one F7A, and then the 2 SD7s, which is all equipment that we do need. So we're not going to pull the trigger on any of them right now, but eventually we will, and I am looking forward to sharing that with you guys. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Love all of you. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Peace. No, big cat, no. Stop.